Welcome to this presentation of the 239 Hockey League's Season 16, the matchup between That's No Moon and the Mustard Tigers. I am Drew Goldfarb, a.k.a. Farbsy, joined by Hollywood, and we are going to be bringing you three great matchups tonight. Hollywood, how you doing?
I'm looking forward for this. It's the series of the week here. Forsby, Hollywood on here. We got the Tigers. We got the Moon guys. It should be a great one here, man. Should be a great one. I'm looking forward to it.
Now, the Moon guys, we were talking before we started this stream here, the live part, that you've never seen a Star Wars movie. So the Moon guys, as we're referencing That's No Moon, which for people who have seen at least one Star Wars movie, they would know is in reference to the Death Star. That's I'm looking forward to my challenge for you is to make as many non-Star Wars related references to Star Wars as you can when you're talking about That's No Moon. As many ways as you can, basically, as someone who's never seen Star Wars, try to reference Star Wars without knowing anything about what you're actually referencing.
You're making it difficult here, Forsby. Difficult on me on here, but I love it. I love it on here. Hey, 239 community, I'm sorry, but hey, it is what it is.
So going between these two teams, That's No Moon 7 points, a 3-2-1 record thus far in the season. Mustard Tigers 3-3-0, so 6 points. These teams basically just about tied. Each team has won 3 games. Each team has lost 3 games. The difference in the standings being, of course, that That's No Moon picked up one of those overtime losses, the loser point, as some people like to refer to it as. So they have that 1 point edge in the standings. Hollywood, what are you most looking forward to as far as this matchup goes, other than, of course, all of the Star Wars references I get to make?
Well, there's a lot of key matchups on here, but as far as the record-wise, like you mentioned, the difference here basically is that overtime loss, and these two teams had a up and down week. For the first week, they got swept by a team, then they swept the other team, and same thing for That's No Moon. They got swept their first series, and then they ended up sweeping their next series. So it's going to be interesting here whether or not, who takes this game one. Is it going to be a sweep throughout? Because that's how things been going between these teams starting off this season.
So it is going to be interesting here. And we've got a little bit, when you're looking at the lineups here, Ronda Volante on the right D, and then I'm just marking down all of these jersey numbers here. Got a Penguins fan there as a Civic PO. That's definitely a reference to the Civic Arena. We got Ragenstein in net. We got a rookie goalie on one side in Kerdog, and we've got Province of Rage, who, of course, now in his third season. So when you're talking about that goalie matchup, what jumps out to you about that?
Hey, I think there's a lot of pressure here on Kerdog. I mean, here's a guy, the highest paid goaltender in this draft. He's a rookie coming in on here, and he's got a lot to prove here. While Rage, I think a little bit, less on here because he only went for $1 on the dollar menu in this draft. So it should be interesting between these goaltenders. But I think what separates the guys you just mentioned, Rondon, Civic, that defensive front there for the Tigers is going to be very tough to beat, man. Those guys are real good.
That's No Moon. They are wearing the Empire Darth Vader inspired black uniforms for this game. The Mustard Tigers will be in white for this one. As we drop the puck here in the first period, the password to enter this game, by the way, was Palpatine, as we are now officially underway. So I will ask you, Hollywood, what do you think Palpatine is in reference to with Star Wars?
Oh, God. Is it some kind of drink? I don't know.
No, it's wrong answers only. So whatever you think that would probably represent in the Star Wars.
All right, energy
universe.
Drink.
Energy? It's actually you're not as far off as you probably think you are when I say that it's actually the name of the Emperor in Star Wars, but he does have an incredibly powerful Sith Lord. As we have a big blast from the defenseman up top, but that one blocked en route. So still no shots on goal between these teams. Good keep in at the blue line there by the Mustard Tigers as they get the puck in deep, and now centering that puck, but a great read intercept by Sober Enough as he will just skate away from it and make a pass as they get it out of the zone. But yeah, Palpatine is the name of the Emperor in Star Wars. So he is Emperor Palpatine and a former senator in the Galactic Senate that took control thanks to Jar Jar Binks in the prequels that everybody loves. I say very sarcastically. About 5 minutes gone by here in the first period. No score. We've seen one offensive rush for the Mustard Tigers. That's No Moon trying to work their way towards the Forest Moon of Endor, perhaps, and try to get their first offensive chance. That one goes on goal and may have been tipped by Surprise Me right in front, but turned aside by Rage. Long shot, blocked, but another opportunity there. Great positioning by Civic to just get what ended up being a ricochet off of a block right to him, and ended up basically turning into like a one-time pass almost.
Yeah, some good shots early on. Deflection there, and putting on good shots already early on.
About halfway through this first period, nice little collision keeps the puck in the offensive end for the Tigers. Down low in the corner, that's Epic playing it centering, shot on goal, and a save is made by Kerdog, as he will cover up with just under 10 minutes to go, just past the halfway point here in a scoreless but eventful first period. It looks like a couple of these players have they've decided to shift their order a little bit. So Epic is actually playing on the left wing, Mashapa is at center, and Zombie is on the right wing. So I will have to update my roster sheets here going into that second game. But what a beautiful feed right to the slot and pushed on goal. But Rage was there to make the save for the Mustard Tigers. He is playing in the position that I thought he was. Shot attempt is blocked, centered right in front on the doorstep of the puck, taken behind the net, and moved out as K-Dog made that pass up ahead for Surprise Me. Trying to create a little bit of space. Surprise Me gets across the blue line and then turns it right over to the right wing Zombie. Puck gets in deep, trying to chase it back down, but now a penalty and a power play chance for the Mustard Tigers. It will be slashing against.
Looks like Giantman.
That's No Moon, yeah. Giantman going off for 2 minutes for that slash right behind the net as a Zombie took a little stick right to the gloves. See what happens off this faceoff. Good defensive zone faceoff win by Pale. Can his team get the puck out of the zone? They do, and all the way down. Great job by K-Dog staying with it. He took a huge hit on the play, but managed to send that puck all the way down to the other end of the ice, about 170 feet away from where he was standing. And slow enough, too, where it killed off quite a bit of time. Quick shot. Oh, it rebounds right off the post and underneath the glove of Kerdog as he makes the save and covers up.
That was Epic with the shot. Interesting thing here on Epic. He's a guy that Pale drafted on here and then quickly traded him to this team. So it's going to be interesting. He wants this revenge game here tonight.
Opportunity here as the power play comes to the final quarter. Nice little kick save is made by Kerdog. Puck behind the net, little wraparound try, and that one just tucked right into the post as Zombie had a really nice chance, but that will do it for the man advantage. Couple of opportunities, but no goals for the Mustard Tigers as they will now move it back into the offensive end as we're back to 5-on-5, 6v6 hockey. Held into the zone, and that was Zombie losing it. Now a breakaway chance the other way if he can get some speed. Oh, what a move there. Not much that he had to do, but sober enough just comes in and sticks with it and just ends up just pushing it into the net for an unassisted goal.
He did just enough to get that one past him, man. Agent Stein.
It was almost as if he faked out the goaltender by not trying to fake him out. That was that's quite the tactic there. And you know he'd be kicking himself if that didn't go in, but it did. So now a 1-0 lead for That's No Moon. Here as we are in the final few minutes of this first period. It will be a 3-game series between these two teams tonight. And you always want to get off to that good start in game number 1. Zombie trying to pick it up along the boards, does. Moving in, trying to center, but good read there as that was Sober and K-Dog combining for the takeaway. And now Sober in the offensive end. Trying to center that one, did not quite go on goal. Pale could not get his second chance effort to go all the way through. And we're in the final real-time 10 seconds. Can the Tigers get something on the board before the end of the first period? Quick chance on that feed, and it was read and intercepted, and that will do it for the first period. 1 goal scored. It comes for That's No Moon. 2 shots apiece. Sober enough, picking up the 1 marker. What did you see in that period?
Great period by both teams, but I thought the Tigers controlled most of that period, but they're down 1-0 on here. Just that one mistake, one play there where Sober got that breakaway on there and capitalized on there. But Tigers had a lot of good shots. I thought they were passing to the point. They were taking great shots. I love to watch this team play. Rondon on that right defenseman moves the puck real well. They had that chance on that power play as well. Couple opportunities, a wrap there that didn't go. Kurd Dog, you got to give it up to him, man, for that first period.
And now the second period underway. It is a 1-0 lead for That's No Moon, which the abbreviation on your screen, HSF. Hahn shot first. Yes, he did. Would you agree with that, Hollywood, that Hahn shot first?
Yeah.
And give me an example as to why.
Hey, if the name says he does, I guess he did, man. Hahn shot first.
I made a challenge to him going into this that I'm hoping that he can explain Star Wars as someone who's never seen Star Wars. That's my goal, is to prompt him to try to explain the saga as someone who has never seen it. Always appreciate that. Yes, the reason for Han shot first, by the way, is that there is a scene in the very first Star Wars movie where Han Solo, played by Harrison Ford, shoots and kills Greedo. And in the re-releases that came out in the 1990s and ever since, it was edited in post-production as that quick one-timer generates a great shot on goal. Pale scoops it up and tries to play it back, but it goes all the way down the ice. In the re-releases, they edited it so that Greedo shoots at Han before Han shoots, for some reason. I guess it was to be more kid-friendly, according to George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, but we have an offside whistle, 13:47 to go here in period number 2. I did get some information as far as that lineup change from maybe some opposition intel here from one of the players, who I won't mention by name just in case this is some scouting that he's been doing. But you said that the lineup change was made with the forwards because of issues on faceoff. So yeah. Zombie going back to his more normal position to get out of the faceoff circle. And that means Epic moving to left wing, which is a position that is unfamiliar to him as well. So interesting to see how that plays out, and if they can control the face-off circle a bit better than maybe they have in their first 6 games of the season. They're down 1-0 here as we're nearing the halfway point of game number 1.
Yeah, and that change came right early in the season. Their first series, they got swept on here against Dalai Lama's squad, and then that made them make the change, and they went 3-0 on the next series.
Quick chance down low, but a nice save again made by Kurdog, as he has done very well on the limited chances that he has had to actually turn aside. Here comes Pale in the other direction. Nice little spin move in the high slot. That one just ended up going on goal. I think that was an accidental push on goal by Epic, but a nice save made by Rage as he recovered and held the position that he needed to. We have an offside whistle here, 7:39 to go in the second period of this game.
On those, you always got to hold your breath and hoping your guy picks it up.
Neutralized puck battle here, and it will be Sober Enough. He's the goal scorer that came away with it. He feeds it across for Surprise Me, getting it in the zone, and then immediately losing it to Epic. Crossing the blue line. Epic feeds it down low. Couple passes, and now a nice little stick check there by Pale. Knocks the puck free and allows That's No Moon to move the puck out of the zone. Pale down low. Chance. That one pushed on goal. A nice chance for Surprise Me. Did not surprise Rage, even if it did catch me slightly off guard. Final 4.5 minutes here, period number 2. Nice steal. Surprise Me, trying to get around the defense. He has to slow down, though, think better of it, and generate an opportunity. Pass by Pale goes off the boards and is intercepted. Epic in the offensive end. Good back check, and that may force a turnover. It will not, but the puck does come back towards center ice as Rondon Volante plays it and moves it back ahead for Epic. Turned over and looking for that home run pass up for Surprise Me, but That's No Moon could not complete the feed. 2 minutes left in the second period, a 1-0 game. No goals scored in this period. Sober Enough scored in the final few minutes, I should say, of period number 1. An unassisted goal for him. So he tries to chase down the puck, but cannot. Pale intercepts a pass. Pale down low, quick little wrister trying to go short side, but a save is made by Rage, and the puck poked towards the corner where it's played out. Final 10 seconds of period number 2. Moving into the zone is Zombie. Quick shot, taken, rebound, chance, and that one is denied. Another opportunity was blocked, and that will do it for the second period. No goals scored in the frame, but some exciting hockey to be seen regardless.
Hey, that Curdo guy, man, on here, highest paid goaltender, like I said, and he came out big that period. It looks like Pale's team there, that's no Moon, kind of flipped things around here. I thought they had a better second period here. Scoring chances. Rondon did a great job coming back to stop. Surprised me. I thought he's going to get a breakaway there, but did a great job back checking.
Taking a look at some of the highlights from that second period. Again, no goals scored in the frame. It remains 1-0 after 2. Shots on goal were even at 2-2 in the first. They're now even at 5-5 after 2 periods of play. Pretty even across the board. Passing percentage, there's a bit of a discrepancy in time on attack, favoring the Mustard Tigers, which you could probably attribute to their power play chance. But pretty even across the board on this. There's not, hits is really the only category where there's a dramatic difference between these teams.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers put a lot of pucks on net here in this period.
They're going to have to at least put one, not just on net, but in the net, if they want to earn at least 1 point in this game number 1. We are underway in period number 3. Puck controlled by the Mustard Tigers. Quick rush right in the offensive end, is pushing it on goal was Zombie. But it's moved the other way very quickly. Sober enough, trying to center that feed for Pale. Pale will scoop it up after a moment. Centering feed of his own. Another rebound chance for Sober. And that one is covered up by Rage. Whew, some big chances by Surprise Me, Sober Enough, and Pale on that rush. A couple of beautiful one-time feeds and a couple of big chances, but Rage doing a great job of just standing tall in his cage. Rage in the cage, doing well.
Keeping his guys in it, yeah.
Puck comes back towards neutral ice, and defenseman trying to play catch a little bit. Diamond giving it back to K-Dog, and now a pass up for Pale. Gets it for Sober Enough, and now in the offensive end. Sober going towards the corner, chases it down, feed around the boards and up top for Guyman. Guyman playing it back. Surprise Me and him had changed places. That shot from Surprise was blocked by Epic and now moved out. Zombie in the offensive end tries to spin away from the hit, but K-Dog just knocking him down, and the puck, an errant pass, will go all the way up the boards and all the way down the ice, where it's chased down by Rondon Volante.
Oh.
Huge hit yet again. That one delivered by Surprise Me. I don't know if that was a shock or if it was just something that he knew he had to take at that point. Couldn't get away from it. The hits continue to pile up for That's No Moon. Surprise Me the feed. Sober Enough on the breakaway again and tucks it in. Finds some space underneath Prophets of Rage. And Sober Enough has his second goal of the game. What a beautiful pass to get him on that breakout. And it turns into a 2-0 game.
That's huge. Big goal there for the Moon. And Sober, 2 breakaways, resulting in 2 goals.
And a very similar tactic. It wasn't much of a move on the breakaway by Sober. It was just enough. And he basically got the goaltender to commit and then found some space. I don't know how he found space that time. The first time he had an opening basically under his legs. That time it basically looks like he just forced it through his chest protector.
Yeah, Rage picked the right side to go, but somehow Sober still found the puck through.
Now a 2-goal deficit for the Mustard Tigers, trying to cut into that one on that one-time feed towards the low slot. Zombie could not get the shot to go.
Actually, it's Mosh. Yeah, Zombie's the ones with the bucket on. 61.
Yes. I'm still trying to look at the correct sheet that I've printed with the correct positions and color markers. As that rebound chance generates another opportunity, but that one ends up going a little bit wide, and That's No Moon will play it from behind. Long breakout pass attempted, trying to find Surprise Me, but could not, as it was intercepted. Epic was unable to get the puck in deep, though. So now moving it out. Chance. K-Dog trying to set something up, but lost possession. It comes back towards neutral ice. Sober enough was there. Good job by the left winger to get back and take the left defenseman's position at the point to help defend a little bit. Chance down low. The puck is loose, and it finds its way in past Rage. Pale Poner is going to get credit for the goal. It is now 3-0 here in game number 1.
Great pickup by the captain. He was in the right spot there, getting the rebound. Not much Rage could do on that one.
Sober picking up his 3rd point of the game. Now 2 goals and an assist for him. I believe Surprise Me got that primary assist on that one. Nice little wraparound try, but making the save was Kerdog as he hangs on. And this now a 3-goal lead. They say a 2-goal lead is the most dangerous one in hockey. So interesting to see now that it's a 3-goal lead. Probably much more comfortable for That's No Moon.
I'll take any lead.
Battle for possession here at neutral ice, trying to get in the offensive end and set something up. Were the Tigers, but they could not get it in deep as Sober made the steal. A couple passes later, here comes a chance for Surprise. Puts it off the side of the net. Puck is loose. Surprise has it behind, now in the corner. Just about 2 minutes left as he gets it in deep for Pale, and now up top. Guyman, long shot. That one went wide of the net and will be cleared out of the zone by the Mustard Tigers. We're down to 90 seconds left as we have a whistle for an offside. That shot is blocked. We're down to the final real-time minute of this first game, and it is a 3-goal lead for That's No Moon. But for the Mustard Tigers, they've got 2 games left against this team tonight. So still, you could send a bit of a message here in the closing seconds if you want to try to make sure you could prove you're going to be competitive. But a nice blocked shot there by Surprise Me. Could not get to it, though, on the loose puck as Rondon Volante played it on ahead. Rondon Volante lost possession, but it stays in the offensive end. Zombie, cross-ice feed. That shot was blocked right in front of the net. The puck is loose in the slot. Quick chance, but that puck just ends up rolling wide of the cage. Huge hit behind the net by Surprise Me. Quick wrister, blocked, and skated out of the zone by Surprise. We're down to a dozen seconds. Center, Sober, looking for that hat trick. Knocked down. Picks it back up. Final 6 seconds. Sober enough in the corner. Won't be able to get a shot away as this first game ends in a 3-0 shutout victory for That's No Moon.
3-0, Forbesy on here. Hey, the Dogs came to play. K-Dog on defense and the goaltender Kerdog there shutting them down. 3-0. You know, in the beginning, it seemed the Tigers had a good momentum going, but once the game got physical, you know, once the hits started coming through, That's No Moon just laid it to them. They became the more physical team on the hits category. They just out-muscled, out-pucked these guys, and 3-0. Big game for Sober, getting those 2 goals, and then Pale just sealing it there late in that 3rd period.
Not a lot really went wrong for That's No Moon in that game. They did take a penalty, but they killed it off. They outshot their opponents by 1. They were even in shots in each of the first 2 periods. They scored in the first. They scored twice in the 3rd period. Played a good competitive 2nd period. If you're That's No Moon, what are you is there anything that you're basically trying to do for game number 2 that you didn't just accomplish here in game number 1?
Hey, they did what they were supposed to. Look, Mashad Pa leads the league in goals. He's the goal scorer in week number 1, and they shut him down. They couldn't get anything going on there. And it's interesting on here because Sober's got 10 goals on the season on here. Mashad Pa had 12. He just tied him up here, tied up for the most goals in this league.
And it is early in the season, but still, that's unbelievably impressive. He's averaging more than a goal per contest so far this season. He entered today with 10 goals and 3 assists through 6 games, and now through 7 games, he's got a dozen. So fantastic start to the year for Sober Enough. He had a really good run last year as well. I mean, scored 55 goals, 98 points, nearly a 100-point player a year ago, or one season ago, a few weeks ago. But yeah, just continuing to build off of the success that he's found in recent seasons here in the 239 league.
Yeah, I don't think he gets much credit on here with Sober. He's got the numbers. You can't take that away from him. And last season, a lot of people criticized the guy. Yeah, he played for D-Mart. They had a great squad that won the chip on here, but he's back on here this season. He's doing it again, so it can't be that bad. And I was interested to see the lineup. They were going to change it up, but it looks like they're keeping Mosh at center there. Zombie. Left wing and then right wing and then Epic at left. Zombie and Pale actually played last season together, and now this game they're opponents. So that's why it's always great this league. 2-3-9 hockey on here because one season you could be partners, next season you're going up against, and game one going to the moon.
And now game number 2. So if you are the Mustard Tigers, circle, circle, shoot, the Mustard Tigers, what are you trying to do differently? Because, I mean, the 2 of the 3 goals that you gave up were just breakaway chances. So what do you have to do differently to, 1, not give up those breakaways, but 2, to actually be able to get on the board and get one in the back of the net past the rookie netminder?
And that's pretty much what separated these two is the breakaways. They've been playing great defense. You got Rondon is a tremendous guy. Just watching the guy play, he's phenomenal. And it just hurts because when you go down, and I think when they went down 1-0, they're trying to score, so they're pressing up more on there, and they give up another breakaway. You take those 2 breakaways on there, it's a whole different game. But let's give credit to the goaltender, Kurdog. Because the Tigers brought a lot of pressure on there, and he's been great on the post and stopping those wraparounds.
Absolutely. I mean, there's very few cures for a hot goaltender, and that is something that the Tigers ran into in the last game. The Tigers, by the way, now wearing the black and orange get-up as opposed to the other side. Now that's No Moon wearing the awesome-looking white uniforms. A nice save is made by Kurdog, tested very early on in this contest, as that one was tipped a little bit and changed direction very slightly right in front of him. Controlled off the draw by That's No Moon, but they turn it over in neutral ice. So now moving in is Zombie, but he loses possession as well. Sober gives it to Pale as he enters the offensive end and drops it back for Sober enough. Sober feeds Pale right in the slot, trying to move down low, but was pressed. Really good job there by Zombie, just making sure he was constantly attacking Pale when he had the puck there in the slot. Pale making the pass for Surprise, and now Sober re-entering the offensive end. Push off the puck momentarily, but recovers. Gets it to Surprise, and then Pale right in front rips a shot wide. Long shot taken from just inside the blue line, and that one could have been dangerous if it had found the corner, but instead it was wide by a couple of feet, I think, and up into the glass harmlessly. Surprised me with it, trying to get it up for Sober, but it was intercepted and dumped in by Epic as he goes cross ice on the backhand. Tigers setting up an offensive zone presence, but Sober enough. The really good pressure forces the turnover as they move it out. Pale on the offensive end, down low, circling. Surprise trying to center for Sober, but it was read and taken away by Masha Paz. It was sent out of the zone. Cross ice feed right into the glove on that shot as Kurdog made the save on Civic.
He's on top of it again. Those point shots are on, but he's getting the glove. He's getting the stops.
11:35 to go here in the first period. We are scoreless in game number 2. Drew Goldfarb, a.k.a. Farbsy, with you here on the call with Hollywood as we are here for 3 games between That's No Moon and the Mustard Tigers. Tigers wearing the black and orange. I really like that touch of having the orange stripe at the top of the boards there. So I always like when teams customize that a little bit. You don't just see the standard red or blue that most teams seem to use around the NHL, as that long shot was taken and kicked aside by Rage, who I believe, by the way, now goes by Ragenstein instead of Prophets of Rage. So I'm probably just going to call him Rage for short, but Ragenstein or Ragenstein's monster. I'm not really sure if he's the doctor or if he's the monster, and if I should be referring to him as Mr. Ragenstein or Dr. Ragenstein, but I guess that's a question we'll have to ask him postgame. Chance on that backhander by Surprise Me, trying to surprise Rage, but Rage making the save and covering up with 6:27 to go here in the period.
That was a good try there. You almost snuck one in.
On the breakaways That's No Moon scored on back in game number 1, the 2 that they scored on, long shot taken on a delayed offside that had to be kicked away by Rage. But the 2 breakaways that they scored on, they did not actually make a true move. Their move was to wait until the goalie committed. So when you've scored 2 goals so far in this series that way against the goaltender Rage, when you get down low like that, to just go for kind of a relatively simple backhand tuck is not the worst approach you could take.
Absolutely. I think he's got to either play back or maybe attack the skater. Go get the diving poke on him before he makes the play.
Icing whistle, 3:08 to go here in a scoreless first period of play. It was about this time in game number 1 that Sober Enough broke a scoreless tie. That game ended up 3-0. Here's a chance, maybe an odd man rush if they got some speed for the Tigers. Zombie was trying to get in, but lost possession of the puck. Good job by the defenseman for That's No Moon in getting back and recovering and covering the play. Final 100 seconds. Dumped in from just inside the red line, but chasing it down was That's No Moon as they will skate it out of their own zone. Surprise in the offensive end. I feel like I should say that with more emphasis. Surprise in the offensive end. Sober, quick shot taken, puck is loose in front and ends up going right on goal and then loose in the blue paint for a moment, but Ragenstein just reaching over and covering up for the whistle. It was an interesting deflection that puck took, as we have 7.5 seconds left to go here in the first. One last chance for That's No Moon as they have it in the offensive end as they won the draw. Final 2 seconds, can Pale generate a shot long from the point, and it was blocked away. So we go to the locker room after one scoreless. 0-0 between the Tigers and That's No Moon.
Yeah, that puck did trick a little bit there. Almost a surprise, But, yeah, scoreless on here. Both goaltenders on top of their games. And just like game 1, they kept it tight on here. But as the game goes on, it seems just this That's Moon guys, like I said, they're a more physical team, man. They probably got more hits on them that period as well. Take a look at the stats. They're pretty
Shots
even.
on goal 5-4, and hits were actually 6-3 in favor of the Mustard Tigers in that one, which is quite the change of events from what we saw in game number 1, where it was a 2-to-1 ratio in favor of That's No Moon, just playing as physical as can be. But the Star Wars movies, they tend to go. The first one tends to favor the heroes. The next movie tends to favor the villains, and then you see what happens at the end of the trilogy. But for a moment, it looks like I believe that I'm actually having some stream issues here, as my coverage of the stream just dropped out for a second. So I'm going to refresh my page here as we are now back underway here in the second period. Just in time for puck drop and just in time for an offside whistle. 15 seconds gone by here in the second. I do want to take an opportunity to point out that I really appreciate the pun that the goaltender for That's No Moon is using, Kerdog. The player name is I Am Rogue, and his jersey number is 1, which, of course, is a reference to the standalone Star Wars movie, the Star Wars story, as it were, Rogue One. So I very much like that. It took a minute for me to notice that. I'll readily admit I just noticed that, as there's a quick chance flung right off the post. So no shot for the Mustard Tigers, not technically a shot on goal, but that puck was not a rogue one as it hit the post.
A great opportunity, just couldn't capitalize on it.
K-Dog was trying to set something up as the defenseman led the rush, and now, surprise me, making the takeaway, it is K-Dog in the corner. Recovering the puck, or maybe trying to. I don't know if he's maybe thought the puck was being taken away, but instead will just be sent the length of the ice, and that will go for an icing. 15, 16 to go in the second period. Since I'm trying to ask you to explain the Star Wars saga as someone who has never seen a Star Wars movie, do you know tell me what the movie Rogue One is about? Just the general synopsis, if you could, or how you would envision it as a non-Star Wars viewer.
Oh, man, Rogue One.
Again, wrong answers only.
I can't think of any. I don't know.
Pale behind the net, wrapping around. Quick chance for Sober as he just scooped up a loose puck. But Ragenstein, a monster in the cage, just covering up for the whistle. About 7 minutes gone by here in the second period.
Yeah, that was big. That was big on there.
13-10 to go in period at number 2. Tie up right off the draw. That puck gets poked up and all the way into the stands, about 30 rows up, to a girl from Shawinigan.
Lucky fan out there.
Always the same one. Every time in an NHL game. It's a girl from Shawinigan. The same girl from Shawinigan, I think, gets every single puck that goes into the crowd. At least in previous years. Now that James Cebulski has taken over, I don't think he references a girl from Shawinigan when the puck goes out of play. Quick wraparound try, and that one nearly tucked in past the rookie netminder. But Kerdog got a little bit of help from the post as Ma Shot Pa shot that one right into the iron. Opportunity for the Tigers. They enter the zone with possession. Recover it here as Ma Shot Pa had it. Hands it over. Zombie trying to center that one. And that shot ends up going wide from Epic. Couple of good opportunities it looked like were going to be happening for the Tigers just there, but could not really come away with. I don't even know if they generated a shot on goal technically because they hit the post at least once. But a couple of good chances. Now Pale going the other way, trying to get a shot to maybe bank it off the back of Ragenstein, but it's cleared out. Epic holding up, slap shot to dump it in. Getting there first is K-Dog. Plays around to his defensive partner, Geinman. He's knocked off the puck. Can he recover it? No. Quick feed. Puck down low, and it ends up going right back up to the point. I don't think that is what Ma Shapa intended to do.
Great opportunity wasted there. They didn't get a shot even on.
K-Dog in the offensive end. Now in the corner. The defenseman pinching in deep. Handing it across. Surprise me. Top of the circle. Spins it down low for Sober. Trying to tuck it in. Trying to catch Rage off the post. But it was knocked away and moved out. Turnover just inside the blue line on the other side of the ice. And now a chance is Epic. We'll start it up. Quick wrister on goal. Save made. And now the puck started out. Sober comes in. Pushed off the puck. Centers it for Pale. Pale with an opportunity. And he scores.
Captain comes through for him big late in the period.
What a beautiful chance there. And he just stays with it because he was knocked off of the puck momentarily by Civic. A great job by Civic defending there, but Rage just could not get over far enough to cover the post. And Pale picks up his second goal of the evening and makes it a 1-0 game in favor of That's No Moon here late in the second period of Game 2. We've seen some chances for the Mustard Tigers. They have not been able to generate as many shots on goal as they probably should have to this point in the game. And it seems like the other way, every chance generates a shot, as that one did for Pale, as we're now down to the final real-time 10 of period number 2. Can the Tigers get a chance? They shoot and they score for the first time tonight. Zombie getting on the board, and the Tigers have tied this up at 1.
That's a huge goal right there. With 5 seconds left in the period, you hate to give up those.
It was a 4-goal run for That's No Moon that comes to a close 19 minutes and 55 seconds into the second period of game number 2.
That's a big...
Quite the shutout streak for Kerdog to start that game, but now 1-1 as we go in the locker room.
Yeah, big goal for the Tigers there because they've been scoreless so far, almost 5 periods right now. But right at the closing moments of their, And the opposite side there, Rage has been putting up a great game here in this game too. Pale got one past him, but before that, he was pretty solid. You know, I think the Tigers might need to try to do something different because so far it hasn't been working. The shots from the point have been getting either blocked or going the other way on breakaways for the other team, and the wraparounds are not there. He's on top of that. Maybe try to get the pass towards the middle or try to cross crease or something. Um, that's the thing. Like the shots from the point are great on there, but they're very risky. We've seen in game one where it costs a turnover, a breakaway the other way. So uh, it's anyone's game now. 1-1, big third here they need.
And I would almost think that second period, even though each team scored a goal, that second period may have been bigger for the Tigers than it was for Moon, simply because they had gone 99 minutes and 59 seconds, or 55 seconds, if my math is correct. Nearly 5 full periods, which would be 100 minutes, without a goal. So to get on the board, that first one can always be the tricky one. If you don't score first in the matchup, getting your first goal of the series is always going to be tricky and always going to be important. Yeah, it's kind of like if you're in the NHL skills competition and you're doing the whole target shooting, getting that first one is always the trickiest one. Once you get one, you can find a rhythm a little bit. So we'll see if the Tigers can do that here in the third period, as it is a 1-1 game. D-to-D pass, down low with that pinch, and that shot was blocked. There was some heavy traffic right in front of Kerdog as it was blocked away, never made it all the way through, but a good chance for the Tigers. Now yet again, on the rush. Good poke check there by Geinman. Forces the puck wide, but does not clear it out. Cross-ice feed, a beautiful slap shot by Zombie, but again, Kerdog. Great play in the crease, making the save and covering up for the whistle.
So far, he's on top of those one-timers, shutting all of them down. Great job, man.
Tie up off the draw, and the puck will go to That's No Moon. Pale clears it out to Sober, circling with it in neutral ice and gives it back for Pale. Trying to bank pass it up for Sober, but it was a little out of reach, so it's picked up instead by Rondon Volante and moved out. Chance now for the Tigers. Quick wrister, that one about a foot wide from Zombie. Puck still loose in the offensive end, though, for the Tigers momentarily before it's finally cleared out. Surprise. Nice little backhand spin pass down low for Pale and then banks it up top. Chance for Guyman as he pinches in. D-to-D, that shot was sticked away by Regenstein towards the corner, and now the Mustard Tigers will clear the zone. Epic sends it in deep and will try to chase. K-Dog gets there first, gives it to Pale, and he will skate it out of the zone. Sober thought about entering the zone, but he realized he probably would have been offside, so he hesitated and got it back, but now an icing whistle against That's No Moon, so with 11:23 to go in regulation time, an offensive zone faceoff for the Mustard Tigers, and it's on the correct side for Masha Pov. He wants to try to get this right to his defenseman at center ice. Wins it. It actually goes to the winger as Zombie just stepped back. Huge hit delivered by Surprise Me, and that creates a chance the other way. Pale, beautiful move. The puck pushed on goal and in, but it's waved off.
Oh, my. And Zombie's slow to get up after that one. And, yeah, it looks like
I think they're going to say that Pale may have made contact with the goaltender, Regenstein.
Might be an interference.
That's the only thing I can really see, but I don't think it...
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a really tough one. That is rough. I honestly, we only got to see the one replay, but that is...
definitely was contact between Pale and the goaltender. I think just that momentum pushed him through there,
I don't even know that it was necessarily Pale more so than the defenseman that kind of forced Pale into him. But I also don't know if it really changed the way the play went, but we remain tied at 1. We now have under 8 minutes to go.
Hey, Tigers are at home, so good to have those home refs.
Little home cooking here for the Mustard Tigers. I believe the referees provided by Goldens for this one. Maybe French's. Are these mustard jokes landing? I'm more of a ketchup man myself, but that quick little wraparound trying to tuck it in was Masha Pa, but a nice save made by Kerdog as he got to the post and covers up 5:26 to go.
I do both, ketchup and mustard. Let's go.
On a hot dog, I like to go a lot of ketchup. It's kind of like a 2-1 ratio, ketchup to yellow mustard. And then occasionally, like if I'm at like Sam's Club and they've got those diced onions, like I like those every now and then. Not all the time, just although I don't have hot dogs all the time anyway. So, but yeah, that I'm a ketchup guy. Long Island born, so ketchup goes on a hot dog. I'm not from Chicago. See what happens here in the final 3.5 minutes. Puck down low, loose right in front of the blue paint, but a nice job there by Guyman to clear it towards out of the zone as we're going to have a delayed penalty coming. So huge opportunity here for the Tigers. They take that shot. It gets blocked and finally touched by That's No Moon. It will be a charging call against Sober Enough as the amount of steps that he took were more than enough to deliver that check.
Yeah, he's lucky he only got 2 on that one.
Mustard Tigers were 0 for 1 on the power play in Game 1. This their first chance here in Game number 2. Power play will go into real time for the final about 30 seconds or so as we enter that final minute of regulation time. Moon unable to clear the zone as Pale could not get it out, but then eventually does. Minute 20 to go. D-to-D pass here for the Tigers. Stepping in, passing it down. Zombie trying to take that shot. Maybe we thought better, took that pass. Zombie scooping it up off the block. Gets it back up top. D-to-D. Under a minute to go. Quick shot. Blocked in front. I think he caught Kerdog leaning the wrong way. But Rondon Volante's shot did not make it all the way through to the net mouth. Final 10 seconds of the power play. Final 41 of regulation time. Tigers, quick slap shot. That one again blocked right in front and out of play. 36.2 to go in the third. And with 5 seconds left on the penalty kill for That's No Moon, if they can win this draw, in Omaha might be coming, as Sober Enough will be coming right out of the box. Surprised me, does scoop it up, but had a little bit more time left than would have been necessary to be able to pull off that Omaha play. But here they have an offensive zone chance. Sober Enough ripping that shot high and into the glass as it will wrap all the way back down into That's No Moon's end. 15 seconds left. K-Dog in the offensive end. Gives it to Pale. Pale. Wrister goes well wide. Final 10 seconds. Are we destined for overtime? Nice poke check. Zombie, 5 seconds left on the break-in. Spins, feeds, and the shot is pushed wide. A huge opportunity for Epic. And he missed the net by a foot.
Oh, man. He had it. Everything written on there. Oh, that's got to hurt. That's really got to hurt.
The game was on his stick and just could not hit the net. That is going to haunt him
that's what
if the Tigers are unable to get a goal here in overtime.
That's what you call it. Epic fail right there. But, man, what a period, though, for the Tigers. I thought they really brought it to them this period. They had chances. They had that big power play opportunity. They couldn't capitalize. And right there, just those seconds left, couldn't bury one. So it'll be interesting how the overtime plays. But that big goal at the end of that second period, I think really got the momentum going for these Tigers. You mentioned it before. Yeah, it gets real frustrating when you can't score, you can't put the puck. But once you get that goal, I think a lot of boosting confidence came in for the Tigers that period.
And it's almost a bit of karma, I guess you could say, that Epic did not hit the net, as Pale had scored earlier in the period, only to have the in-game officials wave it off. So basically, each team had a huge opportunity that just for missing it by a hair, being that close to getting a regulation winner, but instead we are in overtime. So as we're underway, Hollywood, who you got? Who's your Butchie overtime challenge picks here before someone scores quickly?
I think the Tigers. I got to go with the Tigers. They're showing great promise there. Even though that disappointing miss at the end there, I think they still somehow find a way to win here. You know, we get the extra time. I love it.
Icing call, 18:03 left to go. So one player from each side. Who do you think would be the player to score for either side?
I think Zombie. Zombie's got to be the guy
Zombie.
for the Tigers. Yeah.
I'm going to take Epic on the Tigers side, and I got to go with Sober again for That's No Moon for me. If I'm basically going with the left wings. One of the left wings is going to score this one. Here comes Sober Enough as he will feed it up for Surprise Me. Surprise Me, quick wrister, and that one blocker down by Ragenstein. Puck in the offensive end. Chance for Zombie. That one is loose in the low slot area. Zombie just got obliterated in the open ice. Hale will get across the opposing blue line and then immediately lose it to Civic. Civic in the offensive end. Plays it back. Long shot taken right into the glove of Kerdog as Epic had the chance from a long ways away, but that one floated right into the glove of the rookie netminder. Defensive zone draw for That's No Moon. Scooping it up off the tie-up is Surprise Me, and he'll bank it around the boards, but a nice hit forces a turnover. Chance, wrister on goal and blocker to the corner by Kerdog as a nice chance was there for Rondon Volante. Surprise Me in the offensive end for Pale. Pale trying to center, goes on goal, and Ragenstein doing a good job of keeping his position to make that save and cover up for the whistle.
Yeah, way to hold the post there.
Pale looking to win this one back to K-Dog if he can. Tie up instead, and the puck will come back towards neutral ice. K-Dog will poke it in deep and then have to touch back up. Tigers with possession as Rondon Volante makes the long pass. Epic moves into the zone and then hands it across for Zombie. Puck down low, and now back up top and back towards neutral ice. It's Geinman scooping it up, D to D. K-Dog has it poked off his stick. Good pressure from Zombie. He'll try to chase it down in the corner. Huge hit delivered by Epic behind the net. And now the puck sent all the way down the ice, and that will go for an icing as we have just passed the halfway point here in the first overtime period.
Oh, man, bodies all over the ice.
So now it's Masha Pa looking to win it straight back to his defenseman.
No.
Does, but ends up going to Zombie, and then Masha Pa scooping it up, and he shoots it past the netminder. That is an overtime winner for the centerman. The Mustard Tigers have their first win of the series.
Yeah, big win, big goal right there. And a great drawn out play right there. Getting the face off, giving it over to Zombie, and Zombie giving it right back to Mosh. I liked how they designed that.
Beautiful play, yeah, right off the draw, and That's No Moon just could not stay with the centerman as he won the draw to his right wing, who had stepped back, and the centerman immediately just charges to the crease and takes that pass and tucks it in past Kerdog. So the Mustard Tigers have even the series at 1. That's No Moon, of course, does pick up an overtime point for having been tied after 60 minutes. But what a series we've got, and what a game 3 this is shaping up to be.
That was a great one. And Mosh, big goal right there. Not only does it, overtime win there, splits, gets the win for them, go 1-1, but also puts them at 13, back on the lead for the goals for the season.
Yeah, keeping him just above Sober Enough, who did not score in game number 2, but had a pair back in game number 1. So, yeah, what a game number 2. And the shots, by the way, in that overtime period, 4-1 in favor of the Mustard Tigers.
And that happens. That happens when you get into overtime games like that. Sometimes you just want to get the pucks on net, at that point, because all you need is one, So some teams tend to just throw it on come overtime. That's what they did.
So now we I talked about it after the second period when Zombie scored to tie things up. That I thought that was bigger. That period, getting that goal was bigger for the Mustard Tigers than jumping out to a 1-0 lead was for That's No Moon. We're now tied at 1 in the series. That's No Moon won game 1 in regulation. Mustard Tigers won game number 2 in overtime. Who has the advantage going into game number 3?
I gotta go with the Tigers. I gotta go with the Tigers. It's always tough when you lose an overtime game like that. Not to get the win because you were so close there, and the winning team. As a goaltender, for Z, it's just I feel Kerr Dog's pain on there, especially when he gave up that with 5 seconds left on there. You always, look back at yourself, you're like, damn, I could have if I made that save there. Boom. We don't even go to overtime. So, and it's a very frustrating thing. That goes through the goaltender. Sometimes throws you right off. But both goalies are playing good. I think it comes down to I think the Tigers are doing a great job in forcing some turnovers. They're getting good opportunities, but they gotta capitalize. There's a lot of chances there that they're not capitalizing on it. You mentioned the shots there, but we're also not factoring how many block shots there was.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of you do just end up with a lot of block shots, especially with the way that some of those were taken. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens here in game number 3 because we are now 2 games in the books. The Mustard Tigers have actually still yet to hold a lead for a single second of game time in this series, despite winning game number 2. Yeah. So, because obviously if you win in overtime, you don't play a second beyond that. Love these introductions, by the way, especially the pull-up, as you'll see that for the right defenseman there for that Snow Moon, Geinman.
I can't do those anymore, Forge. I used to back in high school. Oh, man. Now I don't know if I could do one.
Well, I don't know that I could do one when it comes to that style where it's on your hockey stick and the hockey stick is floating in midair. That's always why I love that. That is my favorite of the introductory animations is we're now going to have a delayed penalty call against that Snow Moon just seconds into this game. Oh. And again, it's charging. And again, it's Sober Enough, who took, I think, about 15 steps before he delivered that body check.
I think that's just a frustrating penalty right there, This early in the game, it's rough.
Mustard Tigers 0 for 2 in this series with the man advantage. They were 0 for 1 in game 1, 0 for 1 in game number 2. This is their first chance here in game number 3. Unable to get anything set up there, but a nice steal. Turnover generated. Puck is loose in the slot, and another penalty is coming. Oh. Spinning backhander attempt by Zombie, but that one's stolen away in touch. So 5-on-3 for 55 seconds. As Surprise Me going off for 2 minutes for tripping.
Big test here for Kerr Dog.
Good face-off win by the Tigers, and now they could set something up here in the offensive end. Zombie, feet up top. Trying to create some space back for Zombie. That shot ricocheted off a body and wide. Good job there by Moon, clearing the zone, sending it all the way down. Pale chased it just to make sure in case he could get there. As we're just about done now with the 5-on-3, we're back to 5-on-4. Quick feed. Shot was blocked and knocked down right in front. Sober Enough coming out of the box. Could not get over to scoop up that long clearing attempt. But now we're down to 35 seconds left in this power play. And the Mustard Tigers trying to close this out. Maybe trying to get another opportunity before the power play expires. Quick wrister goes about a foot wide as well. And Kerr Dog will reach back and cover up. And the whistle took long enough that we are back to 5-on-5 or 6v6 hockey here.
Yeah. Couldn't get one on there, 5-on-3. That hurts.
Perhaps a momentum boost for that Snow Moon. They win the draw and now move it out of the zone. Surprise Me, making the cross-ice feed for Pale. Backing into the zone, pulling up. Cross-ice, K-Dog. Down low, pinching into the corner is the defenseman. Plays it back up top for Pale. Going for the other defenseman, but it's poked away by Epic. Epic trying to chase it down, but he can't get there first. Maybe now a wraparound try. Puck was loose and scooped up by Pale and played out. A huge opportunity for Mustard, but it turns into nothing. Quick shot. Rebound. Puck was loose right about 6 inches away from the goal line, and it was scooped up and skated out by Rondon Vellante. Huge chances in both direction, and neither turning into the first goal of the game. Another chance here for the Tigers. trying to get something set up, but that puck ends up on net, and Kerdog will cover up with 11:32 to go here in a scoreless first period.
Yeah, Epic had a great opportunity there, but I think he overskated it too far and just couldn't come up with a shot.
Tie up off the draw and surprise me will skate in and scoop it up and skate it out. Battle for possession right around the blue line on the That's No Moon side of the ice. Team is trading possession momentarily. Now Epic in the offensive end for his team, trying to backhand it in deep. Hale blocked it, knocked it down, and got it back out at least to center ice as Sober Enough got checked out of his lid. Long feet up, surprise with it. Chance tried to dance one too many times. Now a breakout pass. Epic on the breakaway. Great stick check by K-Dog, getting back and knocking it off his stick on the breakaway. Zombie was trying to circle with it again, but he got knocked off the puck, and now surprised me for Pale, and just barely offside. You could see what Pale was trying to do on that one, trying to just take the blue line and then just hold it just inside the blue line, but could not get the puck across. So that is an offside. And now a face-off here, 7.5 to go. This possession will eventually go to the Mustard Tigers. They're in the offensive end. Good back check by Sober, but he can't take it away fully. Now he has it. Pale. Between the legs feed, cross ice for surprise. Nice little move. Quick slap shot. That one turned aside. May have hit the post, may have hit the right leg pad. Masha Pa had the overtime winner in game number 2. Circling, trying to tuck it in, but Rogue getting that one leg pad across, and will cover up with 5:04 to go in the first.
He's been perfect on the wraps so far.
Face off to the left of that goaltender there, but tie up, and the puck ends up in the corner. A surprise me will chase it down. Pressured, but does a good job of keeping his cool momentarily, at least to get back towards neutral ice. But now Zombie in the offensive end pushes it on goal, and Kerdog will just cover up for another whistle. 3:47. Face off again to the left of Kerdog. It's won back by the Tigers. Chipped in deep and now back yet again. Quick wrister well wide as Rondon Volante was just blown up as he took that shot. Quick shot generating a couple of rebound tries. Kerdog, great positioning as he turned aside all 3 Tiger forwards in a span of about 3 seconds. And again, the face-off to his left. Won back that time by That's No Moon. K-Dog skates up to his own blue line and then gets pushed off the puck, and will try to chase it back down. In the corner, loose puck, battled for. It ends up going to the Tigers. Zombie centering. That puck sent towards the net, but was blocked and sent out of the zone. Surprise me, will do a cross-ice backhand dump. Ended up going right next to the net, and then was cleared out of the zone by the Tigers. In the offensive end, beautiful chance, and on the backhander, Masha Pa shot the puck, and he scored the goal.
Great play, great pass there. It's hard to stop those, man. Just perfect right on the stick. And one move, backhand, goal.
Zombie and Epic getting the assists on that one. And for the first time in this series, the Mustard Tigers have the lead, and they will hold that going into the locker room after one period of play.
Yeah, they needed that goal right there, Farmsy. I mean, That's No Moon. Unfortunate to only be a 1-0 game right now. It almost was scoreless. I thought the Tigers had a lot of opportunities. There was a play where Epic pushed the puck in front to try to get the speed, but he went too fast and overpassed it. And then K-Dog made a great defensive play on another breakout. And then finally they just got the goal there. They had that 5-on-3 earlier on. So as That's No Moon, I think they're fortunate that it's only 1-0.
Period number 2 is coming up, and all of a sudden, the Mustard Tigers have scored 3 straight goals in this series. Zombie with the first to tie things up in the second period of game number 2. Masha Pa, the overtime winner, to win game 2. And then Masha Pa again here, late in the first period of game number 3. Tigers back on the offense, but nice little steal by Pale, as he'll just dump it in after he took. Ooh, I thought he took the red line. He did not. So an icing whistle with 18:09 left here in the second. As I've said so many times so far in this game, the face-off to the left of Kerdog. Tie up off the draw, and possession goes to Moon. Sober enough, backhands it out of the zone. Pale races towards the corner. Bank pass up top. Diamond, long shot, blocked as it hit Epic on its way to the net, and now dumped into the offensive end by Zombie, but over the glass and out of play. Face off right in front of that Mustard Tigers bench. It was won back by That's No Moon. Trying to move forward, but a nice little check there forces a loose puck. Chance still generated there by That's No Moon. Sober enough with possession in the corner. Centering feed. The puck is still loose, and reaching across his body to cover it up is Ragenstein.
In this series for the Tigers, Civics has done a great job on Surprise Me. He has been held to no goals all series so far.
Clearing attempt intercepted by Pale. Waited a little bit too long to take that shot as getting back was Zombie. And now we are about a little more than a quarter away through the second period of this, the third and final game of our series of the week. Back into that, you see this a lot. It doesn't often show up in the second period of game number 3 of the series, but you see that possession battle and a bit of a feeling out process between the teams that we seem to have fallen into in the last few minutes here, where the teams are unable to establish any kind of zone presence until, of course, right now, Mustard Tigers with a chance, first time, the first one in a few minutes. Still does not result in a shot on goal, though. Big turnover. Puck in the offensive end still for the Tigers. Zombie trying to center, got it back up top, and now Zombie down low. In the corner, trying to center, but a nice steal by Surprise Me as he will skate it out of the zone. Turns it right back over. Zombie looking for the wrister. Surprise got the stick in the lane and knocked it towards the corner and is able to clear the zone just enough as we get an offside stoppage. 8:58 to go.
Tigers need to try to do something else when they have the puck down low there. Too many wraps, it's just not happening.
That's someone with a little bank pass on ahead, trying to get something going, but pass could not connect. Puck down low. Chance now for the Tigers, just poking away at it. But Mashapa unable to get his second goal of the game. As Kerdog making that stop and covering up for the whistle. Face off won by the Tigers. What can they do with this possession here in the offensive end? Puck is in deep. Turnover, though. Nice steal by K-Dog, taking it away. Can he get it out of the zone? Well, a couple passes later, and they do. Surprise Me, got it up to Pale. They're unable to cross the opposing blue line. Tigers have done a great job here controlling possession. That shot well wide and high from Epic. The puck still in deep for the Tigers. Mashapa holds the zone. Getting it in even deeper. Tried to go to the forehand, but ran out of some room. He had a couple bodies between him and the net, and it ends up wide. Picking up the puck. Tried to go for the backhander, but a really good position from Geinman forced that puck wide.
Moon has to get that puck out of there.
3.5 to play. And another huge chance for the Tigers. Can they get something going here? No, Sober will steal it and move it out. But again, the Tigers doing an amazing job. They are not allowing That's No Moon to cross into their offensive end, the Tigers' defensive zone, with possession. They just are a brick wall. And I say that, now they've got a rush. The broadcaster's curse. Quick wraparound try, hitting the post. Puck still loose. Where is it? It's skated away by Rondon Volante as K-Dog, the defenseman, had pinched in deep and gone for that backhand wraparound. Final 10. Guyman will go D to D to K-Dog and long slap shot, maybe looking for an Omaha. It's going to be an icing with 0.9 to go. I don't know if that's enough time to generate a face-off win and a shot, but maybe Mashapa goes for the backhand shot on goal, maybe tries to win it over to Zombie. It's a tie-up anyway. That's the end of period number 2. We go to the locker rooms, and it is still a lead for the Mustard Tigers.
Great pressure shown by the Tigers there, keeping the puck in that offensive zone for quite a while. Just couldn't get another goal there, and looked like the Moon was just trying to survive there, but they did. It took K-Dog to finally get a puck past that blue line, try to generate some kind of offense. But as of right now, the last couple of minutes there, the Tigers just been controlling that puck. Look at the time on attack. It's
a 3-1 time on the attack ratio. The shots on goal 9-4. Tigers even out hitting That's No Moon 14-12. And the passing, even a 9.5% difference in the passing percentage. Strangely, That's No Moon dominant in the faceoff circle. That's not something I had noticed during gameplay, but 12-5 in favor of That's No Moon in faceoffs so far in this game. They have not translated to opportunities or any goals to speak of at this point, but they have been very good in the faceoff circle as their home crowd trying to cheer them on here. I don't know what the name of their rink is, but I'm guessing it's the Death Star. So we'll see if the Death Star faithful are able to cheer them on to a comeback, maybe tie things up here in the third period, or if the Mustard Tigers might spell doom for the Empire. Another delayed penalty is coming against That's No Moon. It's going to be the third power play chance of the game for the Tigers, but they've got some time here as they maintain possession, and now it's been touched. A 2-minute power play coming, 17:26 to go. This time, it's going to be the defenseman Guyman going off for 2 minutes. No shots on goal on the power play so far in this game for the Tigers. They are 0 for 2 in the game, 0 for 4 in the series. We'll see if they can get a little breathing room with a special teams play here. Now in the offensive zone. Centered. Mashapa got that shot on goal, but it was turned aside by K-Dog and then cleared all the way down the ice by That's No Moon. Quickly, Mashapa back in the offensive end. Towards the corner. Thinking about circling, but banks it back up top. Civic. A little bit of space. Banks it across the ice. Quick shot. Blocked by Pale. And that's going to do it for the power play. Now 0 for 3 on the game for the Mustard Tigers. 0 for 5 in the series. Huge hit by Surprise Me. And I thought that was going to generate a scoring chance the other way, but puck, again, did not cross the opposing blue line. Mustard Tigers controlling possession. Long pass on ahead for Zombie. Puck thrown towards the net and then sent all the way down the ice by Guyman. And that will be icing with exactly 13 minutes to go in regulation time.
0 for 3 on the power play, but being on the PK takes a lot out of you as far as energy-wise.
It's definitely one of those things where, yes, killing off the penalty is going to give you a bit of an energy boost, but having to be shorthanded for so much of this game just is not going to lend itself to offensive opportunities. Pale trying to chase the puck down in the corner, but good job by Rondon Vellante getting the puck out of the zone. I pointed out to you earlier on that there are, I think, 2 players in this league that have long names that I just, for whatever reason, cannot shorten. I always have to say the full name. Rondon Vellante being one of them, and that one odd guy being another. I'm sure there's another example, but it feels weird to shorten Rondon Vellante to anything else.
You can't.
I call him Rondon, like Ron John Surf Shop. Not a sponsor, but I grew up in Florida, so. A nice little scoring chance for That's No Moon, but they could not get it past Ragenstein, and a quick shot on the other side by Mustard Tigers results in the puck going out of play. 7:02 to go in regulation. Tigers looking to extend their 1-goal edge here in the final stanza of regulation. Breakout pass attempted up for Pale, but it did not connect. And now Epic makes a pass on ahead. Zombie getting it into the zone. Mashapa couldn't recover possession as Surprise will get it into the other end, but another penalty is coming. Another 2-minute power play for the Mustard Tigers. As that time, Surprise Me took the penalty.
This is when frustration kicks in for us. They're trying to get that goal and sometimes just pressing a lot more than usual.
Tigers just playing catch with the puck. They center it, and that quick shot from Ma ends up wide in the corner. Guyman unable to clear the zone. Pale gets there. He does get it at least back towards neutral ice, so the Tigers have to touch up and get back on side. They do, and now Zombie getting it in. That's Civic circling with it. Cross ice, that quick shot taken as Epic had a really nice opportunity, but Kerdog making the save to keep his team in this game. Under 4 minutes to go, 35 left on the power play. Long shot taken, stick towards the corner as Rondon Volante had the opportunity. Nice steal by Zombie. Centered. That shot goes wide. Another opportunity on the rebound. They score. Zombie with the power play goal. It is a 2-0 game in the third period.
Oh, man. Kerdog did everything he could on that play, but just overpowered.
Mashapa and Epic picking up the assist on that one. And now That's No Moon running out of time if they want to try to force OT in this game. Guyman, an interesting line that he took to try to skate that behind the net. He basically brought it right to Kerdog and then cut at the last possible second as an offside whistle comes against Sober Enough. 1 minute, 17 seconds to go. The last 60 seconds is in real time, so you've got about 63, 64 seconds left in this game. You probably need to score one with at least 30 seconds, 20, 30 seconds left if you want to have a realistic shot at tying this up if you're That's No Moon. They don't generate a chance on that rush, and the Mustard Tigers will loft it into the corner and chase it down. They actually get there first. Ma behind the net with possession, killing some time, with some space. Finally pressure, but he keeps the puck, hands it. Zombie's trying to center it. He's trying to get over for Epic, but Epic was knocked away from the puck as it reached him, and it goes all the way back to the other end. Good job holding it in the zone by K-Dog. A chance for Pale, but it was denied. Under 25 seconds to go in this third period. Offside against Pale. So each team has a win in the series. The Mustard Tigers, under 20 seconds away from picking up a Series W over That's No Moon. A rush here. K-Dog trying to center. Was looking for Surprise Me, but it was right and intercepted and moved out the other way. Trying to make it 3-0. Quick shot, ringing it off the post by Ma Sha Pa. 3 seconds left. The Mustard Tigers have picked up a huge hit to close it out and a big 2-0 victory to end the series and pick up the Series W as they score 4 straight goals to close out their series against That's No Moon.
Big win there. Big win for Rondon and the Tigers there. Coming in this, tough environment here against Pale's team. Pale's team always plays teams tough. But they just couldn't generate the shots in that game. I think they only had like 6 shots. That's not going to do it here. Tigers doing a great job with that. Big win. They get the 4 points here. But for That's No Moon, it's not a devastating loss here. Yeah, they lose the series, but they come out with 3 points in this series, and they were already 1 point ahead of the Tigers, so they're actually going to be tied in the standings. So it's not so bad for those guys, but series could have went either way. Just the Tigers wanted it more, once late in that second game, and then it came out in this game just overpowering them. I mean, look at the time of attack; that's almost triple.
Shots on goal also nearly triple as well, 17-6. A big series win for the Mustard Tigers. That's no moon again. Does pick up 3 points in defeat here to maintain their basically just above 500 for the season. So as we wrap things up here, I always like to go with a 3 stars of the game. So Hollywood, going across this 3-game series, who are your 3 stars of this matchup?
Well, I definitely got to go one with Mashat Pa. Big overtime goal, and then this game as well had that game-winning goal here. So he's got to be one of my stars. Second star, I'm going Rondon Volante, man. I mean, defensively wise, to hold Pale's team, scoreless here in this big shutout win, and they also, held them down game 2. So defense was great. Third side, I gotta give still Kerdog for the other side. They lost the series here, but I think Kerdog kept them in here and made the series as close as it was.
I agree with you. I mean, Kerdog faced a grand total of 40 shots across the 3 games and gave up 4 goals. Save percentage was 90. Gave up 4 goals over 3 games plus an overtime period. So goals against average was fantastic. Certainly under 2. It had to be somewhere around 1.5 at that point. So really good job by him in net. I agree with you on Masha Pa. Had the first goal, the game-winning goal, what turned out to be the game winner in game number 3, the overtime game-winning goal in game number 2. Zombie deserves an honorable mention. He had the first goal of the series for the Mustard Tigers to tie things up late in the second period of game 2, and had the power play goal to close out game number 3. I do agree with you on the defenseman. Civic deserves a really good mention as well for the role that he did playing on the left side, taking down the right winger and surprised me, especially really across all 3 of those games. Rage did a really good job of recovering. I don't know that I would give him a star of the game or an honorable mention at that point, but I think it's worth mentioning at the very least that, while we're talking about Kerdog stopping 36 out of 40 across the series, in games 2 and 3, facing 19 shots, Ragenstein only gave up 1 goal. And that was big. He technically got beaten twice. Pales scored in the third of game number 2, having it waved off. He got beaten twice, but a shutout for him in game number 3, the first of his season. You gotta at least even if it's not necessarily an honorable mention for the stars of the game, because game number 1 was not a great one for him, but I think it's worth at least mentioning before we go off the air tonight. So as we wrap things up here, Hollywood, I will give you the final thought before we get going. What do you got?
Absolutely, man. I agree with you on the Rage point there. He did get a shutout, and those are, tough to get, even though, your team's playing great in front of you. And I think when the Tigers really keyed in where they prevented from giving up those breakaways, in game number 1, once they stopped that and pretty much shut things down, yeah, Rage played phenomenal the next 2 games. And if Zombie hadn't scored that 5 seconds left, or if had that Moon's goal wasn't called back on there, it could have been a whole different series. We could have been seeing a sweep here by the Moon. But great, man. Hey, I might maybe I'll give it some point. Maybe I'll check out something with the with that Star Wars movies.
The entire saga available on Disney Plus, and as a Star Wars fan who binge watched the entire series during May the 4th week, I watched the entire saga in a span of 3 or 4 days back in early May. I would tell you that the order of movies that you need to watch is what I call modified machete order. Machete order has been around on the internet for a long time, since the end of the prequel trilogy, when it was just episodes 1 through 6. The order that you watch it is 4, 5, 2, 3, Rogue One if you want it, episode 6, 7, 8, 9. but you definitely start with episode 4.
Okay.
And you don't need to watch episode 1. Phantom Menace is not good, but although actually episode 2 may be worse. I just don't know if I would put myself through 5.5 hours of that. So episode 3 is actually really good. In watching it back a couple months ago, I gained a bigger appreciation for it as a movie because I think I had in my head lumped it in a lot with the prequel trilogy, but it deserves to be viewed as on its own and not as part of that the oftentimes garbage part that the first 2 movies of the prequel trilogy were. But yes, definitely check it out. The whole series. This is not a plug necessarily, but the whole series is on Disney Plus. So you could easily binge that if you wanted to. So I highly recommend it.
Okay. Hey, maybe next time we do the series of the week on here, I'll know a little bit something about
Exactly. There you go. All right. Well, he has been Hollywood. I am Drew Goldfarb, aka Farbsy. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and healthy out there, and may the force be with you.
Have a good night, everybody.